What's up, Hokie fans? This is Coach Holmes with the Sons of Saturday coming to you with this week's 10-minute tailgate. Every week on the 10-minute tailgate, we provide you with a curated recipe and a cocktail to make your Hokie viewing experience that much better. This week, on a Friday night, prime time, the Virginia Tech Hokies will face the Golden Bears from the University of California. So this week, we're going to change things up a little bit and do more of a general California theme. And it's going to be kind of a California brunch idea. So for our recipe this week, we're going to do a Balt sandwich, which is a bacon avocado from California, lettuce and tomato sandwich on sourdough bread. And if anything, the San Francisco, the Bay Area is known for sourdough bread. Then we're going to provide another brunch treat, which is going to be a loaded mimosa, spiked mimosa. And it's going to, you'll see how we do that here in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started with our Balt, okay? Now, a couple of things that we're going to do to kind of prep this. Number one, we're going to make an aioli. And so what an aioli is essentially is a flavored mayonnaise. And so I have my ingredients here. Number one, I have my mayonnaise. Of course, we use Duke's mayonnaise here because that, of course, is the base of this. Okay, I'm going to add that to my bowl. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add is minced garlic. Now, you can use store-bought minced garlic that comes in kind of the garlicky syrup, or you can chop and dice your own. Again, this is easy garlic, jarlic, as I've heard it called before. And we're going to add about a tablespoon and a half. So it's going to be kind of garlic heavy, but you'll see how it goes really well with all of our other ingredients. Then going to add some lemon pepper. Now, this is going to give you a little bit of a spicy kick, but also provide some lemon flavor to it. And that's about a tablespoon and a half. And then we're going to add some lemon juice. And the lemon juice, we're just going to do a tablespoon of lemon juice. And that kind of adds extra lemon flavor, but it also helps loosen everything up and everything else. So I'm just going to mix it even here with just my sandwich spreader. We're going to mix that around, incorporate all these flavors so we get the garlic and the lemon and the mayo. And that's going to kind of act as our dressing for this sandwich that we're going to make. All right. Everything looks good there. Okay, I'll leave that sitting right here. Now, for our avocados. The avocados, they're not avocados from Mexico, as the commercial says. These are avocados from California. I made sure to find some at the store. So if you've never sliced an avocado, it can be tricky because it's got this shell of a skin. It's got a pit in the middle. And sometimes if you don't know what to do, it could be kind of difficult. So I'm going to show you guys how to open an avocado and get it sliced if you've never done that before. So we're going to take our knife, we're going to pierce the skin, and then we're just going to work all the way around the avocado. Then just give it a twist, okay? And you see the pit stays on one side and the meat of the avocado stays on the other. Now, if you're just making a small batch here and you're left with a half an avocado, a little tip, leave the pit in there and it won't turn brown as quickly. Now, to get the avocado out, I'm going to take just a normal spoon and I'm going to work around the outside of the shell. So my avocado comes out in one piece, okay? Then you're just left with the husk there. So now, to get it prepped, all I'm going to do is do some very thin slices here of this avocado. Okay, and leave that there. About one half of an avocado is enough for one sandwich, give or take, depending on how heavy you slice it. So keep that in mind as you're making these sandwiches. Now, I've also went ahead and pre-sliced some heirloom tomatoes. This is kind of a little Cherokee purple blend here on my heirloom tomatoes. And then I also have some bacon. So if you, and I've made this bacon earlier and it was just kind of sitting in the refrigerator. So heat it up and you'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and build our sandwich. So I have my sourdough bread. If you would like to, you could toast it on your own. That's fine. Me personally, Doesn't matter to me. So I'll just leave it as is. Okay, so I have my aioli here. First things first, I'm going to spread my aioli on 1/2 of the bread. So 1 slice of bread is going to get this aioli. There you go. You get the lemon and the garlic and everything there. Okay, now next thing we're going to do is we're going to layer our avocado. Okay, so we're just going to take our slices, try to layer them all facing the same direction. Always kind of helps. Just make it look better, at least anyway. Appearance is everything, right? Okay, as we said, 1 avocado should be good for one, or 1/2 of an avocado should be good for 1 sandwich. And when handling the avocado, it does get messy. You're going to want to keep some paper towels or a cloth around here. Okay, now we're going to add next our tomato. Take these heirloom tomatoes. I'm going to use about 3 slices of tomato here to cover the bread. Here we go, looking nice. Now we add the bacon. Okay. 2 ways you can do this. You can lay them all the way across. Me personally, I like to cut them in half or tear them in half and add them right across the top. Here we go. 2 or 3 slices. But you know what? This is for show. Let's make it look good. We'll add a couple extra. We'll do 5 slices here on top of this one. Now that we've got our bacon down, time to add the lettuce. So what we're going to use instead of lettuce this week, add a little bit more flair to it, is fresh arugula. Now I have some freshly washed arugula. I'm going to pile that on top. Arugula, if you never had it, it has a little bit of a pepper quality to it. And so you'll get a little bit of this kind of little peppery taste out of your sandwich here. So now we have our sandwich. We're just going to take, now that everything is set there, if I keep the arugula there, we're going to add our second piece of bread over top. Then we're just going to give it a slice right down the middle. Here we go. And as you can see, you get all the flavors there. You get the aioli on the bottom, you got the avocado, you got the tomato, the bacon, and the arugula. Let's go ahead and give it a try here. Let's see the California Balt. A BLT is one of my favorite sandwiches. You get the saltiness of the bacon and the freshness of the tomato. The arugula adds a really nice peppery kick to it. And then on the bread, you taste that aioli. You get a little bit of lemon flavor, get a little bit of garlic. It's really fantastic. Goes well with brunch. So we'll stop right here and make our loaded spiked mimosa. We'll see you in just a second. Take care. Okay, folks, welcome back to the 10-Minute Tailgate. We've already made our California Balt, our bacon, avocado, lettuce, and tomato sandwich, and gave it a little bit of a twist. Now we're going to make our spiked mimosa. Now for this spiked mimosa, it's going to be essentially your classic mimosa, but we're going to add a little extra to it. So I have my Lagunitas Brewing Company glass here. It's another California brewery. We're going to start by adding our ice to the glass. Okay, plain and simple. Now don't fill it all the way up because you want to make sure all this goodness gets in there. And then I'm going to add some Cointreau. Now Cointreau is just a really, really fancy orange liqueur. I really enjoy it. It really goes well with what we're going to do, obviously with the orange juice and everything there. And I'm just going to eyeball this. And we're going to do about 3/4 of an ounce, just enough to kind of coat the bottom of the glass. So it's not a tremendous amount here, but it is going to add a great amount of flavor. Okay. Then we're going to add our champagne. Now I have, instead of just regular champagne, I do have some Prosecco here. Be very careful with this because if it does overflow, you will lose some of your Cointreau, and you don't want to do that. It will be bubbly, but the bubbles are infusing, again, all the flavors here. Okay. Depending on how much champagne you like in your mimosa, I usually fill the glass up to about 3/4 with my mix here, and then I'm just going to top it off with my orange juice. You can use whatever orange juice you prefer. If you like pulp, you can use pulp. If not, but now you see we have our mimosa, that bright orange color. with the ice. Now we have the Cointreau and the Prosecco. Everything looks great. So let's have a sip. Cheers. Tastes just like a regular mimosa. We do have a little bit extra orange flavor in there. You don't really get a heavy liquor quality to this because of the orange juice and because of the champagne. It's just enough to give it that little something extra if mimosa's too light for your tailgating experience. So here we have a spiked mimosa to go along with our Balt. It's a perfect California brunch, even though the game is going to be at 7 o'clock on ESPN Friday night. This is something that you can enjoy when you first get to the lot, and then you have something on your stomach to really enjoy your tailgating experience. So I will see you personally out there in Blacksburg. I'm making the trip from Colorado, making my annual pilgrimage to Blacksburg. So come and track us down. I know a lot of the Suns guys are going to be there too. I know Pete and Sam, Billy Ray, Ed Williams from the Hokie Hoops. They're all going to be there. So we'll see you guys all there down in Blacksburg, and hopefully we come out with a W. So thank you for tuning in to this week's 10-Minute Tailgate. My name is Coach Holmes. Make sure to follow me at Hokie Hitter for weekly updates and plays from the previous week's game. Also, follow the Sons of Saturday. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Subscribe to their Twitter feed and Instagram feed. Also, follow Too Deep and College Football Monday. Pete and Sam do a fantastic job covering not just Hokie stuff, but also national things. And they're every one of them, the Suns and Too Deep, they're all doing a great job covering this coaching search and providing a lot of insight. So stay tuned. Follow those guys. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, go Hokies.